Now we're going to plant some ranunculus. So we talked about these boxes a little bit before about us having to keep them away from the voles. So I've screened up under the boxes, make sure they can't come in from underneath. They should be tall enough. The ones I did last year, I really only went about 8 inches off, maybe 10 inches off the ground, and they were able to climb up the side of it, especially when I had frost clothing on it. So we're going to put it in these deeper boxes this year. Give this a try, see if we can avoid the voles, and see how these ranunculus do. So I'm going to walk you through the process of planting those. The first thing is the ranunculus themselves. So we've had these soaking for several hours. See if we can see those a little bit better here. There we go. So they're still in the bags. Some are loose in there. And if you haven't seen what a ranunculus looks like before, there you go. Little octopus looking thing. Very strange looking. But these are the corms. These are what we're going to be planting. Like I said, they come dried. We soak them for a couple of hours. I know some people use, um, bubblers and all these other things. Honestly, I just don't do it. You know, I'm not planning on leaving it in overnight. I really just want them to take up some water and start to soak in. Second thing that we need is, and this is what I always forget, is something to label, because I always forget the label. Getting ready to put these in. I'm going to probably set these at about 6 inches apart. I think they say 9 to 12. I think we'll try to get them in. Hopefully they'll grow a little taller. Plus, don't have a huge amount of space in these boxes, so I need to get all these packed in here. And you see they come in these packs, um, which I left them in to soak because they have holes and all for breathing and everything off. And we'll just pop these open, and I'm going to put them at about 2 inches deep. So we're going to get these piled in here. This in. We're going to go ahead and put a hole here. So I'm going to use one of these labelers to help me space these things out. Make sure I get these in there right. So I've got a combination. Oh, and you want to do these with basically the legs of the octopus down, because you would actually get the stem coming from the top. I think they're a lot like tulips, and that they probably would grow sideways, but try to do them the right way anyway. So I prepped these boxes all the way back in the fall. So it's mid-February now, and I want to get these things in, but I've let them really just kind of settle in over the over this winter to try to kind of let everything break down. I got compost in here. I've got some topsoil in the bottom. This is compost up here at the top, and even having some wood laying down towards the bottom, some older wood that I think will help build some fungus to deteriorate over time, kind of give it structure. Plus, I'm not having to fill this whole thing up with nothing but dirt, which, as you will know if you've done that, can get pretty expensive. So but that's pretty much it. I'm going to do the rest of these and I'll be back with you. That's really basically it. I've done 3 boxes. I think there were 200 ranunculus, not a lot. Again, I've got to come up with a formula that works best for us, that keeps voles out, keeps us from losing like we did last year. We lost a lot more than that last year. Um, so, we're going to have a lot of them. No, not really. Hopefully, I have some for some markets, but Really, this is just, does this work? Does it help? We're going to come behind this, and after these ranunculus are gone, we'll come in and put the dahlias in these as well. Not all of them, but kind of the more expensive ones. We're going to put it in here again, see how it protects them, see how everything does. I said boxes, they're a little bit challenging, particularly in the summer. You know, they dry out real fast. You know, you are in an enclosed, somewhat enclosed environment where the nutrition and everything else gets eaten up quite quickly, especially when you're really doing a lot of production out of it. So it's a challenge, but it's one that we think we probably best doing, particularly if we're going to invest money in tubers or in corms that are more expensive. It's why you won't see tulips from us at this point, because of the combination of both the bulls and the deer. So yeah, it's a challenge. That's part of this, part of learning and growing. But I think this probably took me 20 minutes to put all those in. So not too bad. I tried to make a video of me doing it the true way instead of the way I kind of showed you just a few minutes ago, where I space everything out and measure. Now, I take a stick and I go down through there and I even things out, to be honest with you. It's just faster. Um, you know, it's not pretty. It's not a nice straight rows. Everything marked out just perfect. You know, if I was doing it for, you know, landscape, then I definitely would want to do that. But for this, works just fine. Sprouted right up. So these things are a lot tougher than you think they are, and probably some of the YouTube videos you see out there. Yeah, you know, being a little bit more careful with them, taking care of them, soaking them, maybe even pre-sprouting them is a better deal. Is for your overall percentage of your production. But you know, when you're literally planting thousands of seeds and thousands of plants, to me, I don't know how realistic that is. Again, if I'm doing this in my landscape and I want something really nice looking, I want it very, and I don't need any holes or patches. You know, empty patches. Yeah, take a little bit more care, but also you should feel good that it's not that difficult. It really isn't, as far as you don't have to worry about breakage and all these other things. I'm not even sure what the percentage of these that I put in here that are actually in the right direction. They're not sideways, and there's probably a few of the smaller ones that are upside down. We try to order the biggest corms we can. Um, you know, from some of the larger growers, I have to say, you, they're throwing in a few of the smaller stuff than what you bought. I'm sorry, that's just what they are. That's my opinion. But so, and those tiny ones are they're just hard to get set down in there where you want to do it, just perfect. So, but I know they'll come up. I know, you know, if they don't, it won't be because of that. It'll be something else. So that's it. That's all I've got for ranunculus. Appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you soon.